Hey there everyone, we have a brand new legendary banner, and that means we have a brand new legendary hero, and here he is! So thank you to Game Press for the assets, I appreciate y'all. Let's just go over his stats and skills, and I'll have a surprise thrown in here as well. So first off, he is an Earth legendary. He's also got the pair-up effect, as per the Purpley Thunderbolts by his blessing there. And he is an infantry colorless bow unit. No armor. Good to know. So some of the skills that he has here. We've got Lunar Arc. It's effective against flying foes. It has a might of 14, grants speed plus 3. If the unit initiates combat, it deals damage equal to 25% of the foe's defense, ignoring reductions to defense from special skills like Lunar Flash, which is also what he has, which treats the foe's defense res as if reduced by 20% during combat, and it also boosts damage by 20% of unit speed, and it's only a 2 cooldown, which is kind of insane. So just from the special and the weapon skill alone, you know that speed is probably going to be pretty important. And then, of course, we have Darting Blow 4, which is a new top tier, tier 4 skill that we're getting for Darting Blow. This is going to grant speed plus 9 during combat if the unit Alm initiates combat. He's also got Null Follow-Up, which disables skills that guarantee follow-ups from foes. And also we have Odd Attack Wave. Because honestly, Odd Speed Wave would just kind of be a little bit overkill, I guess. So Alm's speed obviously was going to be very important, and we knew that was going to be the case, just based on those descriptions. But boy, when these stats came out, we had no idea. So he's got HP of 40, attack of 37, and speed of 37. Wow. Defense of 26 and res of 22. So relatively speaking, he's pretty tanky. His HP is pretty high, his defense is pretty good, and his res is also pretty gosh darn decent for an infantry unit, for an archer on top of that. So I mean, we're not exactly res tanking, but he can take a hit pretty well. He has a very balanced stat line, except for the fact that his speed is bonkers. So obviously this is unequipped. With Lunar Arc, his attack is going to hit 51. Which is pretty high. He's only 4 points away from a high BST. So honestly, you know, if you get a boon in attack, you know, hats off to you. You win the lottery. Or, you know, if you get a couple merges, if you're lucky enough to hit some merges, you're in good shape there too. Now the speed is really interesting, and I keep saying that because with 37 speed plus his Lunar Arc, he's hitting 40. Right, but then he's got Darting Blow 4, which puts him at 49. So without a boon, without any additional skills, just base kit, neutral stats, he's hitting almost 50 speed. That's insane. That's genuinely kind of insane. Which, you know, thanks to Lunar Flash, is just going to be so very high. So obviously, speed's a very important thing. What they did here, though, is kind of interesting. They almost power crept infantry bow units. And to specify, I dug up some old friends from the Game Press Datamine archive, and we have Lynn and Lucina, the previous legendary archers that you can see here. So Lynn had 36, 31, 36, 21, 27 for a stat line, and Lucina had 36, 34, 35, 25, 20. So you can see they're both kind of like relatively sort of tanky-ish, as with Alm. Not really a big difference there. His HP, 4 points, is genuinely a little bit higher, honestly. There's a pretty big difference between 36 and 40. When you get into actual combat. And then their attacks were in the mid to low 30s. Alm's is in the upper 30s. And then you've got speed, which, you know, he comes in and takes just one step further with 37. But again, that was probably supposed to be, you know, relatively expected given his skill descriptions. But I think it's interesting that we've got Alm here trying to match up against these ladies, and they've basically raised the BST. I don't necessarily know why they chose to do this, but they did. for whatever reason, that's the road that they chose to take. And here I was having a good time using my regular Alm in Tempest Trials. But his new BST is actually 162. Like, it's pretty high. 162 is nothing to shake at, let alone the fact that he's infantry. Like, we're not looking at like a low tier armor or anything like that. He is just kind of a monster. In fact, looking at the stats over here, he's got a rank of 25 for both attack and speed, which, you know, pretty gosh darn good. And he is a colorless bow, so he doesn't necessarily have any weaknesses or strengths against other colors. So, you know, this is a pretty good unit, honestly. All in all, not just to keep this pretty short and sweet, I'm gonna give him 5 gold blooms because Alm rocks it, man. Like, this is a unit you're gonna want. And I didn't even talk about the fact that you can incorporate pair up into this, making him even more terrifying in certain playable modes. Again, it doesn't really affect anything, you know, head-to-head or competitive-wise in modes like Arena and things like that, but he's going to make your life pretty darn easy if you're just trying to get through campaigns or what have you. I give him 5 gold blooms. He's a good unit. You're going to want to get him. It is unfortunate that he is paired up with a couple of lackluster-ish units. That's kind of a bummer. Not that Winter Erica is bad by any means, but in terms of usefulness and armor healer, I don't know. You'd have to put in some effort build on the kits for that. But either way, if you're going to pull for Alm, good luck. I would recommend you do it. Like I said, there are other archers in the game, but he is definitely unique. And you may want him at some point. Plus the pair up ability, you know, that so far that's limited to just 4 heroes that we've got so far, and Alm and Roy are one of them. I'll probably do a video at some point about who I think else is going to be getting that pair up ability, but that's sometime down the road. Either way, good luck if you're pulling. My summon video will probably go up tomorrow by the time you're watching this, so a Sunday summon session. That'll be fun. But either way, good luck. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, if you like Fire Emblem Heroes content, or just other general Nintendo stuff as well. I tend to pump out some of that every once in a while. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.